Hello everyone, in this video I am going to show you how to create this box office glowy illustration in the app IBIS Paint text. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, please go and follow it. The link is on the about section. So first I'm going to create the 3:4 ratio canvas, and I'm going to open the kaleidoscope ruler with 4 divisions. Why I'm doing this is I want to place the rectangle at the center. So if I use the kaleidoscope ruler, I can get position them exactly at the center. So I'm using that, and I'm going to use the felt tip pen hard brush with the rectangular tool on, and I'm going to do like this. And so I want a round cornered rectangle, so using lasso eraser option available under the special tool, I'm erasing like this. Since I'm using the kaleidoscope ruler, once I crop on one corner, it get cropped on all 4 corners. So now I'm switching off the kaleidoscope ruler and duplicating this rectangle 2 times. So this is first one is on the top, and second one is second layer is for the shadow. So I'll just drop the black color on that, and for the third layer I'm going to use the purple color and drop the purple color like this. So now you can see I'm going to position the shadow rectangle little bit lower left side. Similarly, I'm going to do the same thing for this purple rectangle. So this purple rectangle going to give us a glow to the illustration. So I will tell you that later. So this is the reason why I duplicated that 2 times. And right now, first I'm going to concentrate on the first rectangle. I'm going to add all the details on the first rectangle, and step by step I will go to the another rectangles. So here I'm using pixel art 4:2 texture, pattern on the felt tip pen brush type option. So I want to add this texture detail to my rectangle. So using clipping layer, I added this, and I'm changing the layer blending mode to dark color. So my first texture is ready. So I want to also add a rectangular border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the rectangles once again 2 times. So positioning the top rectangle little bit of less size like this. Using the zoom tool, you can exactly reduce the size like this. Now I'm using magic wand tool, selecting this rectangle, hiding the first layer, going back to my bottom layer and cropping like this. Now I got the rectangle, so rectangular border. So this is why I duplicated that 2 times. So now I just deleted that top layer with the smaller rectangle. I got the rectangular border. I'm going to add details for this as well. First I'm going to fill details for the original rectangle. So my rectangle number 1, I'm going to add some dark shadow to use to this using the linear burn blending mode layer, clipping layer, and add brush normal brush, and like this. So I want some dark corners, and later on I will add the glowy shades at the center. So if you want, you can add some more darkness using some dark color of that same color. Here I use some dark purple like this. Okay, now it looks perfect. So our shadow details is over. Now I'm going to add some glow details using the add blending mode layer, clipping layer. Using the same add brush normal, I'm going to add shade like this. I am using pink color to add this highlight. So I want the rectangle to look like a cushion. It have to come out of that border. So in that way it have to look. So for that I'm creating these shadow details. So now I'm going to add the same details like a shadow detail using linear burn blending mode layer, and highlight details using the add blending mode layer. So now I'm adding the shadow details using the add brush as usual, and I'm just concentrating on the both corners of that rectangular border to make it look like a 3D 3D look like this. Now I want to add one more layer. This is going to be our highlight layer. I'm using add blending mode, and if you feel that highlight is more edgy, it doesn't look smooth, click on the force fade option and then do like this. Now you will get that smoothy edges of that stroke. It gives beautiful highlights. So whenever you are using highlights to anything or shadow, whatever it may be, use the force fade tool. It will be giving more smoother strokes. So now our first rectangle details are over. So moving back to the black rectangle, this is going to be our shadow. So using Gaussian blur for this layer, now you can see a little bit shadow, and I'm going to add glow details for this. So I'm using add blending mode layer. Before that, I'm going to add the background color purple, darker purple, so that you can see the glow details that I'm going to apply to this rectangle. So here you can see I'm going to use the glow outer option under the style filter. So I added the radius, increased the radius, something like this. Looks perfect. So our rectangle details are over. I'm going to add some texture to my background. So I'm using crayon mode like this. Increase the brush size and add like this. So I'm using linear burn blending mode for this layer, and also I'm going to add some widget like darker corners. So I'm clicking on the kaleidoscope ruler, so I can just shade on one box and it will get copied to all other areas, something like this. I'm adding more darkness using some almost like a black color. Okay, I feel it's good. Now I'm going to add some glow at the center. I'm using pink color, using airbrush and add blending mode layer. So yeah, we have done the glow effect for the background. Now I'm going to add the text. The text is going to be box office. So same like this, I'm going to, whatever I have done to the the rectangle, I'm going to do the same thing with the box office. I'm going to add texture at the top, add shadow at the bottom, again glow at the bottom. So I'm going to duplicate that 2 times. So for the top box office, I'm going to add purple color. I'm going to duplicate it 2 times. This is for our shadow, and one more is for our glow. So moving back to the shadow layer, adding some black color to the box office text using keeping the alpha lock on. Again, keeping the alpha lock on, I'm going to add the purple like color to the not pink color to the box office, bottom box office. So now you can see I'm positioning them little bit lower left side, both the shadow layer as well as the glow layer. So I'm going to click on the filter, Gaussian black. Make sure you switch off the alpha lock when you are using the filter, Gaussian blur filter, otherwise you may not see any difference if you keep the alpha lock on. So I'm going to add the glow outer option for this. So change the blending mode of the layer to add. You can see the glow here. Now the text details are over. I'm going to add the texture to that. So using the purple color, crayon mode, I'm adding the texture like this. Then I'm going to add both the shadow as well as the highlight. For the shadow, I'm using linear burn blending mode. Sorry, actually I forgot. I'm not adding any shadow. Instead, I'm going to add the glow straight away using the add blending mode. And you can see, since I'm considering the light is at the top right side, I'm going to add the glow highlights only on that side of the which means the right side of the text. Also, I'm using some pink color to add some more glow only at some points of the text to make it glow highly. Since I'm only adding the shadow, highlight, you can see how it looks. It looks like a bulgy text, something like that. So now I'm going to add some series of light like details. For that, I'm using this dots brush. I'm keeping on that purple color and using the line tool, I'm drawing like this, top, the bottom, as well as on the right side and on the left side, and then I'm going to fill the corners. I'm just switching off the line tool and adding these details. I think I want to remove that one circle at the which is out of that. It looks odd. Okay, I'm just removing it using the lasso eraser. Then I'm going to do the same process once again. Duplicate this 3 times. Then one by one, I'm going to keep the first layer into a add blending mode layer, so it's going to glow. Then moving back to the third layer, I'm going to add the shadow. So using black color and alpha lock, I'm filling the color with black, and using the pink color for the bottom layer. This layer is going to be the glow, so I'm adding with the pink color. So now go back to the shadow layer, move them a little bit lower left side using the transform tool like this. Then go to the glow layer, do like this. Okay, now I'm going to add the details. I'm giving on the multiply blending mode layer using the Gaussian blur to add the shadow like this. Then glow the layer, and I'm going to add the glow outer filter from the style filter like this. Change the blending mode of the layer to add. Okay, like this. Since my top glow layer is not glowing that much, so I'm going to use the Gaussian blur like this. You can see some difference on that circle. This is what I want. Okay, it looks good. So what else? I'm going to add some light effects at the top using the add blending mode layer, and I'm using some. Before that, I'm going to add the lights, not in all place, here and there. Okay, I added these details. Now I'm going to add the the glowing shades. I'm using red color, using airbrush like this. I'm going to add some shades. We can also try some other color like yellow or any other color which looks better glow for this purple pink combo. I'm also adding more highlights near the boxes and the circles. so that it glows little more. So now I'm going to add the lights like this above the background. It's like extra details, you can keep it or remove it, so it looks perfect now. If you try this illustration, seeing my tutorial, tag me on my Instagram page, share on your stories, and I like to see your works, how my tutorial works. So okay, now it looks perfect. I'm going to save this, and this is the final look. I hope you like this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.